All right, diving into some seriously cool science today. You guys sent over this Impact Quantum podcast, and wow, Candace's dad was a quantum physicist at IBM.
Yeah, that caught my eye too. It's like having a direct line to the history of this whole thing.
Totally. So let's unpack this. Where is quantum computing at right now?
Well, they compared it to like the transistor,
Yeah.
the microchip.
Oh, yeah, those were game changers for sure.
Exactly. Each of those reshaped the world.
And they were saying whoever gets quantum computing right first.
Huge advantages.
Yeah, like in national security.
Economics.
They even said it's like how Silicon Valley got so big.
Because of microprocessors. Makes you think, right?
It does.
Yeah.
And it's a race.
Oh, absolutely. A global race.
The U.S., China, Germany, UK, India.
Makes you wonder what breakthroughs are driving it all.
Right. Like quantum annealing.
Ah.
Candace's analogy was awesome. It's like forging a sword. You heat the information up, then cool it
They
down.
find the absolute best solution.
Almost magical.
Well, there's definitely science behind it. But think about it finding the lowest point on a crazy complex map.
Okay.
That's finding the global minimum of a function.
And that's what this does.
Quantum annealing helps us do that, yeah.
Ah.
And it's huge for AI, for
Yeah.
optimizing algorithms, basically making things smarter, faster.
So this isn't just theory. There are companies actually working on this.
Oh, absolutely. D-Wave is the big name in quantum annealers.
Wait.
And they just got a major new customer. Don't know who it is yet, but that's a big signal. Businesses are seeing real uses for this.
This makes me think of what they were saying about logistics.
Oh, yeah.
Quantum annealing could revolutionize companies like Uber, FedEx.
Even garbage routes, think about it.
Talk about efficiency.
And machine learning needs those optimal solutions too.
Ah, right.
So better quantum annealing equals smarter AI. Another whole level of change coming.
Okay, next up, quantum tunneling.
Now we're going down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, this one kind of fried my brain at first.
Yeah.
Basically, particles going through barriers.
Through barriers they shouldn't be able to, yeah.
Like a wall.
Yeah, think about it. You slam into a wall, you're not breaking through.
Probably not.
But sound waves do. Energy passes through. Quantum tunneling's kind of like that, just on a tiny scale.
Okay, starting to get it. But where does this actually show up?
It's in how stars work. Semiconductors, nanotechnology,
Wow.
even in quantum annealing itself.
Oh, interesting.
That Wired article, remember, they compared it to a maze. Sometimes you got to go through the walls to find the quickest way.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got algorithms getting supercharged,
Right.
particles teleporting.
Uh-huh.
What else is on the quantum menu?
Let's talk entanglement. Now this is where things get really mind-bending.
Oh, yeah.
Even for the scientists working with it every day.
My first thought was faster than light communication,
Ah,
like Star Trek.
haha, I get that. But the research from Oxford, remember in that Wired article?
Yeah.
That pointed to something even wilder. They used entanglement to basically create a supercomputer connection between two particles.
Whoa.
Imagine two tiny things, miles apart,
Yeah.
acting perfectly in sync, like linked by an invisible thread.
And
They teleported data between them.
they actually did it.
Yeah. It's huge. This could change how powerful our computers can get, how we move information around. It's pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible.
Okay, wow. For someone like me, not a physicist,
Right.
why does all this matter? I'm not building a quantum computer in my garage.
Fair point. But the podcast hosts, they said something that stuck with me. You'll have a more interesting career trajectory, even if you're not a scientist understanding this stuff. It gives you an edge.
So we're talking about more than just the people who can actually build these things.
Exactly. This field needs people who can explain it, people who can teach it, people who get what it means. It's like the early days of the internet, but instead of websites, it's, well, a whole new way of computing.
It's not just about being a quantum physicist. It's more like being quantum aware.
Right. Having a basic understanding, knowing what's happening and where it's all going.
And that's important because
Think about it. Quantum computing grows. There's going to be a huge need for people who can bridge that gap between the science and what it means for, well, everyone.
so like people who can explain it to the rest of us.
Exactly. Teachers, entrepreneurs.
Oh, yeah. The entrepreneurs spotting those opportunities, turning them into businesses.
It's like
Yeah.
the internet all over again. Those who saw the potential early on
Rode that wave.
created entirely new industries.
It's not just tech skills either, right?
Yeah.
They were saying this field needs all sorts of backgrounds, all sorts of talents.
Oh, absolutely. We need creative thinkers. people who can imagine new uses for this stuff,
I like that, yeah.
and people who understand ethics. Because this is powerful technology, we need to think about the societal impact.
That's a good point.
And we'll need policymakers, people who can create the right environment for it all.
This is what gets me excited, actually. Your passions, your skills, they can intersect with this whole quantum revolution.
Exact.
Maybe you're amazing at explaining complicated stuff, or maybe you're a storyteller, bringing the wonder of it all to a wider audience.
Or maybe you're a problem solver. You thrive on tackling new challenges, while quantum computing is full of them, uncharted territory, ripe for exploration.
It's like standing on the edge of a new frontier. Exhilarating, and a little daunting, to be honest.
Yeah, I get that. But Frank and Candace, they emphasized staying curious, staying informed.
Right. Yeah.
Even suggested checking out their website, their newsletter, stay up to date.
That's a great segue to our own little call to action here. Don't just let this information wash over you. Take action. Dive deeper.
Yeah, check out those resources they mentioned. Anything spark your interest.
Exactly. Research companies, online courses.
Connect with other quantum enthusiasts. I mean, there are communities online.
Right.
Even small steps.
Can lead to big leaps.
That's it.
And
When it
right
comes
going.
to embracing new knowledge.
And you might discover a passion for this you never even knew you had. It's an invitation, to be part of something groundbreaking.
That's what I love about these deep dives. Expanding horizons, embracing those possibilities, the possibilities that lie ahead.
As we move toward this quantum future,
Right.
it's not just about the technology. It's how it could shape our lives, our careers, our understanding of the universe even.
It does feel like we're witnessing.
The birth of a new technological era.
It does. And that brings us to the big question, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If quantum computing is the next big wave,
Yeah.
where do you see yourself writing it?
The future's being written right now.
With quantum computing holding the pen,
Will you be part of the story?
the choice is yours. But staying informed
That's the first step.
towards making an impact. Let's explore this quantum future together.
It really does feel like we're at the starting line.
Yeah.
Something huge.
It does, yeah.
And it's not just the technology itself, it's the people behind it,
Yeah, totally. Listening to Frank and Candace, one thing that really struck me was their excitement, like genuine excitement. They weren't afraid to geek out about the science.
It was refreshing.
It was. It made me feel like, hey, I can be a part of this too, even if I don't have a PhD in quantum physics.
Right, like it's okay to not have all the answers right now. We're all learning together.
Exactly. And remember those startup founders they interviewed? They weren't just talking about the tech challenges, they were dreaming big.
Oh, yeah. About how this could solve real-world problems.
Right. Like speeding up drug discovery,
Yeah.
maybe even curing diseases,
Wow.
designing totally new materials.
Oh, yeah, to change how we do everything. Generate energy, build things.
Even making the digital world safer. They talked about cybersecurity.
It's amazing. This tech is sparking so much creativity, hope, even. This whole deep dive.
Yeah,
It's like a peek into the future. And anything feels possible.
it does. It reminds us that the future isn't set in stone. It's being shaped right now by the choices we make today.
So as we wrap up this quantum adventure, I want to leave you with a question. How do you see yourself contributing to this quantum revolution? What skills can you bring to the table? What problems are you passionate about solving?
Because this journey, it's not just about bits and quibbits.
It's about human ingenuity.
Yeah, it's about working together, believing in our ability to build a better future. That's what's at the heart of this whole thing.
So stay curious, stay engaged.
And who knows, maybe we'll see you on the cutting edge of this.
Quantum future.
The quantum world is waiting to be explored.
Stay curious, keep learning, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.